All right, ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? Please, let's give a warm welcome to our good friend, Cuzzin Skeeter. Thank you.
Skeet, skeet.
Get that level up.
I made the lights go out, didn't I?
Yeah. That's okay. Yeah, it's always good.
Energy
I turned it
vampire.
back on. Somehow.
I can knock that down a little bit.
Cuzzin Skeeter.
Now we're gonna start a little something different here. Oh, as if that wasn't a little something different.
Now for something a little
A
different.
little different.
Different.
Yeah, it's the one. Then I turn it off. Sorry, somebody decided to malfunction there for a second, which is car for the horse. Here we go. So, besides all that racket I've been doing a little something else as well. So, here we go. That's it. Thank you very much. I got some stuff back there, no stickers nor anything, but some of my pictures, some of my poetry books, and the original of this t-shirt, if anybody is rich and wants to buy it. Thank you very much for tolerating. Have a good night.